Good evening. Let's throw the first pitch with softball this evening. Local teams made both finals of the Nicaraguan International Softball Tournament yesterday. The men's team scored a close 8-7 win over Bluefields International from Nicaragua. There's some action from the Field of Dreams. A late home run had the local crowd jumping in the heavy downpour at the Field of Dreams. The game was then called off with heavy downpour giving the local side the prestigious title. The ladies also made it to the finals but came up short against Nicaragua, so congratulations to all concerned. Now to some cricket news. Former West Indies coach John Dyson has finally broken his silence on his recent firing from the Windies top post. Dyson is questioning the professionalism of the West Indies Cricket Board's decision makers. Just last week, a board official said Dyson was fired because he didn't sign a contract for the entire 19 months he had the job. But the Australian hit back and said the board failed to iron out some existing issues he had with the written agreement, including addressing his contract to the former West Indies coach Bennett King rather than Dyson. Dyson said in his tenure as coach he pleaded with the board to sort out the issues, but they never did. Another person chiding the apparent unprofessionalism is the West Indies batsman Chris Gayle. Addressing some issues on his trip here last week, Gayle blames the current impasse solely on the board, failing to iron out long-standing contracts issues, and responding to the remarks that players should just focus on the cricket and leave the off-field matters off the field. This is what he had to say.
We have done that before, promises have been made to us, and we could have agreed on certain terms when it come on to that, but at this particular time, it's just like a cycle, you're going right back around.
More from Gayle September 17th on Let's Talk Sports at 6:30. In women's basketball, the SO Blazettes and MadiSports.com have been locked in a fierce battle as the indoor season winds to a close. MadiSports features the likes of Bobetho Garrow and some impressive juniors, and they have been solid all season long, adding another win 49-38 yesterday. MadiSports coach Redver Ebank says since moving indoors to the Arts and Recreation Center at Cayman Bay, the standard of play has improved.
The league has been going fine. I've seen a lot of improvements in the ladies individually and as a team. Being in the indoor facility is really good, and it's good coaching environment as well too. So I'm really enjoying it.
Trinidad and Tobago's hopes of advancing to their second straight FIFA World Cup finals were ended last Saturday by Honduras. The Soca Warriors go down 4-1 to the impressive Honduras unit in San Pedro Sula. The win took Honduras another step closer to an automatic place in South Africa next year, while Trinidad is on the verge of elimination. Sorry, Tommy Suleiman, with only 5 points from 7 games. In other results, the United States edge El Salvador 2-1, while the Mexicans hammer Costa Rica 3-0. And finally, mixed results for top-ranked players at the U.S. Open at Flushing Meadows. Number 2 seed Serena Williams made light work of Russia's Daniela Hantuchova 6-2, 6-0 today. Williams in the far court moves on to face Italian Flavia Pennetta in the quarterfinals. Well, she's on the collision course to meet the comeback kid Kim Clijsters in the semifinals. Clijsters upset Venus Williams in their fourth-round matchup yesterday, 6-0, 0-6, 6-4. After taking more than 2 years off, the Belgian is showing little rust as she pushes for a spot in the final. She faces China's Na Li in the quarterfinals. On the men's side, big names Roger Federer, Rafael Nadal, Andy Murray, and Novak Djokovic have already reached the men's fourth round. That's the final set in sports this evening. Weather is next.